I was thinking, what will people think of me as a dad that I have a gay son? Then I thought, where did I go wrong?
I'm Corbin Tyson. This is my wife, Sarah. We've got 3 kids. This is Max, Owen, and Audrey, who thinks she's Princess Elsa. I'm on a journey to find out what it means to be a good dad. My father-in-law and brother-in-law have defined what it means to have unconditional love. My brother-in-law Chuck has become my brother from another mother. I always joke with people that Chuck is not my brother-in-law. He's just my brother, because there's no law between us, only love. A few years ago, Chuck made the brave decision to tell the family that he was gay. My wife and I gave our full support and helped him process this decision for months leading up to talking with his mom and dad. One night while sitting by the fire, talking about how he would do this, I asked him, "How are you going to tell your dad?"
Despite my dad leaving at a young age, he was always there emotionally, always there in a loving way. He's always told me and my sister how much he loves us. That's awesome to hear from your dad, because a lot of people don't ever hear that. I knew there was something different about me at a pretty young age. It was kind of strange. Like, I had feelings for men that I didn't have for women. And so it was very strange growing up in a very, conservative household in a small town, having feelings that you might not necessarily be able to have or supposed to have. The older I got and the more secure, I guess I became, just helped me realize that I was different and I was gay. I came out to my dad a little bit later. I had told some friends, I had my sister, my mom, which I felt like would be a little bit easier than talking to my dad. There were fears that I had of rejection, of maybe he wouldn't want to talk to me anymore. You always want to think it would be good, and you are fearful that it'll be bad.
When Chuck and I and his mom met, and Chuck told us that he had chosen a lifestyle that was different than what we had grown up with, or even was taught was wrong and right, I don't know if it came as a total shock to me. I was thinking, what will people think of me as a dad that I have a gay son? Then I thought, where did I go wrong? Which are all silly emotions. But if I remember right, I said, Chuck, you're picking a lifestyle that is going to be hard on you because it's not, widely accepted.
His response to me was not that way. It was not what I expected. He was like, I love you no matter what you do or who you are. There's nothing you can do to disappoint me.
Years ago, a wise man told me that you only get one shot in this life. You only go through life one time. So let me do all the good I can for my fellow men, for I will not pass this way again. Growing up in a church, you're taught things. You're taught that's not the way of life. That's a sin to be that way. My acceptance of Chuck isn't based on religion. It's based on love. Life is too short. You have to be able to love. I love a woman, and it brings me a lot of joy. Maybe Chuck's mate won't be a woman, but he has that ability to love.
It makes me really sad when I have heard of friends or families who they have not been accepted when they've come out. It's such a shame that a dad or a mom or whoever would miss out on an opportunity to be able to love and hang out with a person that they loved at one point.
For me, it's hard to imagine telling someone that you love that you don't want to be around them. I can't imagine living my life without Chuck.
This experience I've had with my dad has been awesome, because I know a lot of people can't say that. And I'm grateful for it, and I don't take it for granted.
I think you know in your heart what to do as a parent, when you're right and when you're wrong. I think you have to be understanding. You kind of have to remember what you went through when you were a child. So I do love my kids unconditionally, and I will till my last breath. If you love your kids and you love them unconditionally, you'll accept their paths that they take in life. If you don't, you're going to miss out on a lot.
There are things that I do that I'm like, that's totally my dad. He has taught me integrity and character and kindness, always showing me, you always respect others, you always give them a benefit. Everyone's just a person.
Chuck is a patient person. Chuck would make a very good father. I can't think of one thing I would want to change as far as the way that I am as a dad. You are what you are. You don't get a second chance to do it, so you have to just try to do the best as you go.
How do you show unconditional love to your kids and to your family? You see, throughout the series, there have been 3 things that I found are common when it comes to being a better dad. Number 1, you have to be present. And number 2, you have to work hard. And number 3, you have to live a life for others by having unconditional love no matter what. This all sounds easy, but in the end, it's all really hard work and it's really scary. There's still so much that I have to learn, but I'm convinced that if we choose to be present and if we work really hard to live for others and show unconditional love no matter what, we'll become not only better dads, but better people.
Soul Pancake, subscribe.